Hi everyone, Stefano here from Sonic Cinema. Today I'm thrilled to introduce our latest creation, Wind Swells, the second chapter in our series of orchestral libraries. Much like String Swells, Wind Swells offers an array of breathtaking playable performances, carefully crafted to infuse your music with a sense of motion and emotion. All of our Swells libraries were meticulously recorded at the famous Grove Studios by film score engineer Nick Wollage. Wind Swells was performed by 6 of the UK's finest wind players. If you're already familiar with string swells, then you'll understand the concept. However, Wind Swells focuses on woodwinds. This library offers playable tempo-sync wind swells that evolve from a subtle low dynamic to a soaring crescendo and then go back very smoothly to the original state. We recorded 5 different articulations: normale, molto vibrato, pulsing, air and flutter, and we added a new feature that allows you to have or not the retongue at the top of the swell, which I'll cover more in detail later. So let's explore each one of them in a 2-bar phrase. Let's start with normale. Then molto vibrato. Now pulsing. Air. And now flutter. We also have pairs which are unique combinations of the single patches. Let's hear how pulsing air sounds like. Normale and flutter. And design patches, which is where the library enters a really interesting territory. One of my favorite, Zephyrs. And now let's try the one called You. Because these are actual live recordings, these performances sound incredibly realistic and beautiful. Usually with a normal library, if you want to create as well, you will either have to move the mod wheel, sliders, or maybe edit them afterwards. But you may have noticed I haven't touched anything, as there's no MIDI editing required to recreate as well. This is our updated interface, which will be familiar to string swell users. However, if you're one of them, stay with me as there are 2 exciting surprises in store. If you're new to it, don't worry, we'll explore it together. There are 5 slots that allow you to play articulations individually, or you can combine them to craft your own unique ensemble. To activate or deactivate an articulation, you just need to either click the toggle in the top left corner, or you can trigger the key switch with your keyboard, and you can find the corresponding note here in the center of the slot. And that method is really quick and convenient, as you can see with my 2-bar example. So let's start with half a bar flutter. I really like the half bar together with flutter for dissonances, but maybe we want to try something different. So let's press the key switch A and let's hear how it sounds with air. Really nice. Now let's try maybe pulsing. Let's press the G sharp. We've put tremendous effort into introducing not one, but two fantastic new features. First is legato, and the second one is the option to have or not the retongue when the swell is playing. So let's first start with the legato, and I think you're going to love it. We have included both non-legato and legato patches, and if you're playing the legato one, it means that basically you can change the notes of your chord at any point during the swell, and they will continue its crescendo or decrescendo in time with the rest of the active notes. If you're playing a non-legato patch, then if you change any notes of your chord at any point, those particular note swell will start again, and they won't keep in time with the rest of the other notes. But this can be used if you're looking maybe for a more experimental, free-sounding performance. All the patches in the singles and pairs folder come with a non-legato and legato option, while if you want to activate the legato in the design patches, then you need to navigate to the snapshot menu here, click here and activate legato. If you're using the legato patch and sequencing it in your DAW like this, leave a small gap between MIDI chords for the next chord to play. This feature gives you so much freedom and realism while you play, and it really expands on what's possible with this library. The second new exciting feature is the ability to remove the retongue during the swell. The musicians during the performance retongue the note midway through the swell, but if you click here in the top right corner of the toggle, you'll see no tongue. Click it and now the sound will play continuously without any interruption. Very smooth, really beautiful. So if you want to play something maybe slightly softer, or maybe you don't want to hear the retongue, this could be a good option. I think we're all different composers with different ideas and needs, and it's great to have both available. Also, this feature and the legato feature have been included as a free update for string swells too, so if you own the library, head over to Native Access to get your free update now. To adjust the panning, use the fader at the bottom of each slot. To control the volume, use the fader on the right side of the slot. To access the articulation menu, click the icon with 3 lines at the top of any slots. Now here, for example, if we click on Molto Vibrato and activate the slot, then now we'll get 2 Molto Vibrato slots. This library offers almost 50 custom patches, going from articulation pairs, multis, designed, and they are the same ones you can find in string swells, so it's really easy to combine them. We've also included a high quality version of the single articulations, and this one, however, requires quite a powerful system to run on, and there isn't really a massive difference in sound between these ones and the normal ones. One of the key features of our swell libraries is the ability to adjust the swell duration. You can use the global time fader in the middle of the page to choose from 5 different bar variations: half, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Half a bar flutter. Pulsing 3 bars. love those bass winds. 1 bar normal and flutter. Moving down, there are 2 panels that are related to the mixing of the sound and contain useful settings. So let's start from the global one. The proximity slider lets you adjust the microphone mix. Now it's 100%, which is 100% close, and this is 0, so it means far. By default, we have the auto purge on, which is you can find here in the mix tab. And what it does, it unloads from the RAM the unused microphone positions. So the patches are a lot smaller. It's a really neat feature. But this means that if it's on, when you move the slider, you need to wait a moment for the samples to load. While of course, if it's off, there's no problem. So this is 100%, so very close. We can put it at 50%. And you can tell the sound has already changed quite a lot. And let's go down to 0%. And this is the farthest you can get. So it's a really nice range from close to far. Next, the expression slider controls the overall patch volume. Then we have blur and gloss, which allow you to apply a low pass and high pass filtering. The stereo knob widens or narrows the stereo image. And the dynamic slider lets you tame the dynamics. Now onto the mix tab. Here you can further fine-tune the instrument's sound by adjusting the individual microphones. We used a fantastic range of both vintage and modern microphones like Coles, Neumann U67, and you can find the complete list in the info page. We have 4 different microphone positions: close, mid, far, and ambient. So let's take a listen to each one of them individually. Mid, now far. Finally, ambient. By moving the proximity slider, you can see how it affects the mic position in real time, and I always find it so satisfying to see. Of course, we can solo them, mute them, or adjust them individually, so you can really find your own preferred mix. Finally, we offer a mix perspective created by our engineer Nick, and this mix can be used independently or in combination with the other microphones. Moving on to the right panel, we have FX, EQ, and envelope. In the FX page, you can modify the reverb, apply degrade and delay by just clicking on it. The preloaded reverb is medium stage A, but we can click on it and change it to a different one. And we can adjust the amount, size, pre-delay, and same for the other 2 effects. Then we have the EQ page that provides detailed options for tweaking the wind's EQ within the interface. And then the envelope page, which is useful for changing parameters like attack, decay, sustain, and release. So far we've covered the main controls you need to get started. Now let's explore the mapping page. This is an intuitive and satisfying tool. It displays all your articulations, and you can activate or deactivate them by simply clicking. The arrow icons at the edges of the keyboard allow you to define the range of each articulation. For example, if you want air in the high register and normale in the low register, it's easily achievable. Then we can try adding pulsing in the middle. And you can further adjust this with the fade control, creating volume fades between mapping zones. The octave control transposes the articulation up or down an octave. So this allows you basically to build your own custom ensemble, which is amazing. Now, moving on to the gated page. If you have used Sonic Cinema's libraries before, you know what I'm talking about. This is a really fun feature that adds a gator to the sound, and you activate it by just clicking this toggle here. We have included so many rhythmic patterns, and this is a really comprehensive interface, so you can change literally everything you want. We can change the width, the strength, or the swing. Of course, mode, direction. We can shift the sequence forward or backwards. And if you're feeling lucky, you can always click random and see what happens. And if you get lost, you can click reset and you'll just go back to the original one. Then you might think, okay, this is a touch too fast. Let's look for something a bit slower. Go to the rhythm tray and just pick another one. 1/16. Even slower, 1/8. Or maybe you want to try one of the presets. We have so many. So really, the only limit here is your imagination. When you explore the library folder, you'll find different subfolders: singles, pairs, design, high quality mode, and here multis. Singles contain single articulations pre-mapped. So if you just want to use normale or air or flutter legato, you can load it up and the others won't be on. Then pairs are combinations that we thought were interesting, like air and flutter, molto vibrato, and pulsing. An incredible range. Then just below there are design patches, which can combine articulations and come with preloaded effects on top, all made within the library to create a unique sound. These are the same as those in Wind Swells, and I find them really inspiring. So first Arctic Tundra, which is one of my all-time favorite, and I'll just go and click legato as that's something I prefer. Really stunning. I love the reverb and the space it creates. Then let's try another one. We could try Vertigo, which has a gator. Now ominous. This is pure magic. And to finish, let's hear Nocturne. I like it a lot. It's a really fitting name, Nocturnes. And sometimes when it's tense, I try to play things really high and really low. So let's hear how it sounds. So yeah, don't be afraid of dissonances here. Then we have a new folder called High Quality Mode, and you can see all the patches have an HQ next to them. These are called high quality as the audio is ever so slightly better, but we put them in a different folder as they are quite resource hungry, so you need a powerful machine to use them. But if you want the best of the best sound, they're there for you to use them. Multis combine multiple articulations together, so let's hear how the first one sounds like. And now let's try another one, maybe number 6. And to finish, we have 2 snapshots available for all single articulations and pairs, which are Huge Space and Gator. You can access them here in the snapshots menu. I gotta say, I'm a massive fan of Huge Space. I end up using it on a lot of patches, as I think that woodwinds really shine with a bit of reverb. Now we loaded another patch. Let's click on Gator, and here it is. You can also access it by using the key switch on the keyboard. You can press the F, for example. Now back to the snapshot. I'm going to click on switch to 4 bars, as that's going to give me a longer time to play. And finally, I'd like to show you what a beautiful combo is Wind Swells when placed together with String Swells. So this is Wind Swells, an incredibly beautiful library that builds on what we started with string swells. It's full of innovative features and really offers a world of creative potential. So whether it's in your interface, 5 articulations, legato, retongue control, mapping, gator, design patches, there's an incredible range of content and possibilities. For more information and demo tracks, visit our website. I'll leave a link in the description. And please do let us know in the comments your thoughts and if you have any questions. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I'll see you in the next one.